Hey guys, I am the 50s Kid, and behind me is the E46, a 2002 BMW 330i, and today I'm going to be working on the steering. My steering basically is a little vague, and there's maybe half an inch of play in it when I'm driving down the road or even when I'm parked. And this all comes down to this item right here. This is the flex joint, also called the steering guibo, and it's a rubber disc that joins two halves of the steering system. The steering wheel joins to the steering rack. And since this is a rubber part, it breaks down over time. And I've been under the car and I've actually rocked the tire back and forth, and I've seen that these rivets right here kind of there's a little bit of play inside of the rubber disc. They can rock back and forth. That translates to that half an inch of vagueness in the steering wheel that I feel. So we're going to change this out. It's about a $50 part, and that should give me back the nice crisp steering that BMWs are known for. This is what it looks like. There should not be that play at all. We are looking at the steering guibo from underneath the car. I've already taken off the lower skid plate. And you need an E10 Torx socket, and that's what it looks like right there. But all I want to do is crack it loose here, or get it loose enough so that I can get it off with my finger the rest of the way, or my hands, I should say. And you see there's a little spline, a little black spline that kind of goes up in between them, and that's how you get the alignment correct on there. And they're probably going to be locating slots. Yeah, so we can see on the new one, it only goes on a certain way on this end, so that's okay. And on this end, it's only going to line up with the the spline's only going to line up with that end right there. So you really, you can only get it on a certain way once it's there, and unless you turn the steering wheel completely all the way around. Even if you did, you would still get it basically aligned in there in the correct way. But you still don't want to turn your steering wheel all the way around because the airbag clock spring is a certain way. You know what? I believe that bolt needs to come all the way out because it's going through the... I should have realized that. Has anybody figured out what that horrible sound is when you have the ignition on with the car not on, by the way? Really wish I knew what that was so that I can take a baseball bat to it. By the way, I've got my universal joint on my ratchet here, my impact ratchet. Just kind of makes things a lot easier sometimes. And obviously I've turned the ignition, I've turned the key to the on position to unlock the steering wheel. Actually, I might not need to go all that way. I think you only need to go to the start position. So, it seems we can just turn the key to the start position. That unlocks the steering wheel. I think I knew that, but just wasn't thinking. So now I can turn this by hand, remove things so much more easily. There. If you take a look at this old one, I can feel the flexibility. I can rock it back and forth here. So that's that play that I had. There's a dimple on the side of the steering column shaft that kind of corresponds to that dimple, that slot is for the bolt, the pinch bolt, to kind of go beside. So that's, in case you lose your orientation, that's the side that goes for the pinch bolt. Yeah, you did need to remove the pinch bolt out before this would come off, and that's basically why, because of that dimple. Once again, there's a little black alignment shaft. And I need to get this down so that this is where it needs to be down to, because you can see that the bolt goes through where that hole is there. So that's how far we need to come down. And I'm actually struggling with that. I think what I'm going to try to do is, oh, I can see that I am, okay, that's actually bad. I have this misaligned. Okay, that's what my problem was. I thought I had moved this black piece of plastic basically, and it looks like I hadn't moved. I thought it was movable on the collar. So it looks like it does kind of stay aligned and stay in place, so that's good. Kind of helps you out there. So hey, BMW, good going. I'm going to torque these in a moment, making sure I'm in the right spot. I believe that right there is the right spot. Okay. So you need to torque these to 16 foot-pounds. I think we're done under here. I gotta put my aluminum skid plate back on and lower the vehicle, take it for a test drive. So check this out, guys. There's no more knocking, there's no more huge amount of play. This is basically, what I'm feeling is the rubber, I can tell. Just feeling that rubber flexibility in that steering joint. So cool. So that's a positive result right there. I'm very happy the play is gone. Remember to torque those 8 bolts on the lower skid plate to 44 foot-pounds. And good luck doing the job, and thanks very much for watching.